got the Ford Mondeo in today and I'm going to change the spark plugs. So the spark plugs sit right down the middle of the engine behind these rubber caps. So these are your plug leads and you literally just grab hold of the top of them and pull them up. They're rubber and they just pop off the top. You can't get them muddled up because they're all different lengths, so they only fit the hole they're meant to go in. So these run these laser NGK with the platinum tips on them. They last absolutely ages. The service schedule says they should be changed every 37,500 miles, so they do last a good while. You need the long extension with the 5/8 socket on the end with a really good grip down the middle, because the plugs are down the hole, they're quite hard to grab hold of. Insert that socket and extension with your ratchet on the end straight down the top into the plug hole and just clip it on top of the spark plug, and you can whiz these plugs out. They can be quite tight because they are on that taper. They've got a taper fitting on the end of them, so they can be quite tight. In fact, the ones that are in there, they still look pretty good. They're not too bad. A little bit worn. Same again, number 2. Let's whiz that one out. The car's had no problems, it's got no misfires or anything, so this is literally just a service to change these plugs. So the new plugs in the box, they're all preset. They've got the little cardboard protector on the cap on the end. So all these spark plugs are all pre-gapped. You don't have to get your feeler gauges in there to check them. And we'll just continue to check them out. Whizzing out 3 and 4. This is where the electric ratchet's absolutely great. Comes in its own when you're whipping spark plugs out. And the last one, let's just get that one out. These haven't been too tight, come out nice and easy. These taper ones, like I say, if they've been in there a long while, they can be really tight just to crack them off, and you can get a bit scared that you're going to snap the plug in the head. Just be a little bit wary though, just be, like I say, a bit gentle when you're trying to get them out. So just going back to the gapping of the spark plugs, these platinum tip ones, they do say that you shouldn't put feeler gauges in the gap because there's a possibility you can damage the platinum tip. And here's you just gauge from them how big the gaps are. They're pretty big. These high tension leads and new coils are putting out anything between 60 and 100,000 volts. You know, you're getting a right good whack across that little tip. So I'll whiz these ones back down again. Because they are the taper, I'll go into that a bit more in a moment, these taper gaps. I'll show you the images and so you can compare them, you'll know what I'm on about then. But you only need to just nip them up when you put them in, just bang them down and then a little nip at the end. That's plenty ample. We haven't got to go mad and start cranking them up too tight. So just when you get them out of the box, check, make sure they have got the cardboard protector over the electrode and that there is a gap there. So one thing to notice about these plugs, if you look at them, they've got a taper edge on them there rather than a squash washer. So make sure if you do buy some new ones that you get the right ones, because they do come in 2 separate sorts, and you've got to get the taper ones for this engine. So we'll carry on popping them in, get the last ones in there. Those compression washers on the other style of spark plugs, you know the difference, because these, when they go down, they almost lock straight away. Obviously with the compression washer you have to do an 1/8 of a turn to actually compress that in to hold them in place. So let's get these plug leads back down again. Now, like I said when we took them off, you can't get them muddled up. Obviously the short one's the nearest one to the coil, and you just feed them in, just untangle the leads so they're not twisted and just drop them in. Now you've got to make sure, because you can miss the top of the spark plug, you just got to make sure you do get over the top of the spark plug, and they'll just click down, just push down, locate them all in. Once they're all down and they're all pushed in nicely, you can then get the wire and you just clip the wire into the plug lead next to it. Like there's little rubber inset on the top where it just holds it in place, just to look it all, make it look nice and tidy, get it all smart. And yeah, look at that, beautiful. Yeah, job's a good one. And the moment of truth, will it start and will it misfire? That's the big question. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. So I hope that's been of use to you. Spark plugs. Ooh, slipping off the thing. So I hope that's been of use to you. Spark plugs, you've got to be a little bit careful. Always check the lengths of the shaft of the spark plug before you fit it, because the part suppliers can sometimes send the wrong ones out. There's two variants on an engine. If one's slightly longer than the other, you put it in, it can punch a hole straight through the top of your piston. So it's always worth checking, making sure that the lengths are the same, and those washers that we were saying, one's the taper fit and one's the washer fit. Just make sure what you're taking out looks the same as the old one. Obviously not worn out like the old one, but yeah, that's all you're going to do. Make sure everything's comparable before you fit it, and you can't go wrong. So yeah, I hope that's been of use. Drop me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.